introduce yourselves, think of the date, and off you work.
Today is June 16th, 1984. I'm sitting here with Mrs. Ida Goldstick. I'm Julie Goldstick, her granddaughter, and we're going to talk about our family's heritage. Grandma, when were you born?
When was I born?
You were born
It was a long time ago that I was born.
1905, right?
That's right. It was May 28th,
1905.
1905 in Harlem.
Now, you're one of 10 children. You were born in Harlem?
I was born in Harlem. And at that time, the Jewish people had it. Not the blacks that say own everything in Harlem today.
That's right. Do you have it loud enough so we can be
Yes.
recorded?
Yes.
Okay, and where did you live in
No,
Harlem?
here, right here, too.
3rd Street and 5th Avenue. And today the Jewish Museum is right there. They knew that the Jewish people would remain in that area.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so then you were one of 10 children. Why don't you name your brothers and sisters?
6 boys and 4 girls.
You could talk to the TV too, you know.
Yeah. No, but if you want us to seem like a movie, you don't look
Oh, all
at
right.
it.
All right. So then, okay. Now, what were your parents' names?
My father was Harry Tannenbaum.
Right.
And my mother was Minnie Rabinowitz Tannenbaum.
That's right. And then what were your grandparents' names? Harry's parents?
Harry's parents were Tannenbaum.
Yeah, but do you remember them? Wasn't it Oscar and...
Oh, you mean the children?
The parents, no.
Oh, the parents were
Harry's...
Oscar and Ida.
Ida, right. Because Oscar, your older brother, was named after him, and you were
That's
named
right.
after your grandmother.
That's right.
And Minnie's parents, what were
Minnie?
their names?
Rabinowitz. I don't remember their first.
I
Oh,
know.
Ethel was my grandmother.
Ethel Rabinowitz.
Ethel was the
And
grandmother.
Leo, wasn't it?
Okay, enough family. Get to the
Leo's
good
right,
stories.
Leo's
Right,
right.
Leo.
Get to the
Okay.
dirty stories.
All right. Anyway, let's you want to tell me anything about the schools you went to? You went to school in Brooklyn? Or where'd you go to school?
No, by the time I was growing up, we left Manhattan.
Well, first, where'd you go to grammar school?
In grammar school, up right where we lived, the 167th Street in New York City, in the Bronx, I mean.
Right.
And I went to public school 20 right there. And from 20, we moved to Mount Vernon, New York from there.
Right.
And I went to school, a public school in New York, in Mount Vernon, until the 7th grade. And the 7th grade, we moved back to the fashionable Harlem, which at that time was the upper section to be living in.
Right.
111th Street and 7th Avenue.
Right. What was your dad doing for a living then?
At that time, my father started in the soap business. And then he was a salesman for Dunlop.
And was he very successful?
And he's very successful. The first year or two, he learned the business. And after learning and going back to some of the silk mills and to a certain school on fabrics, he really learned the business very well, and he opened up a place of his own.
Okay.
By that time, I was ready to go out and get a job. So I went to work for a lace manufacturer, and I learned the pros and cons of manufacturing and 7th Avenue.
Okay. And how old were you then?
At that time, I was about 19. I was going to college at 9. And
Where were you going to college?
Julia Richmond. And then I went to Hunter for 1 year. And my father, what did he do when did he sell the business? No, my dad got out of working for Dunlop and opened up his own business. Harry Tannenbaum and Son. And my brother Oscar was the son in the business. But he got married and he moved to Boston. And I worked for my dad alone. And then I met a cute young man in Detroit.
Well, why don't you tell us about that? What were you doing in Detroit at the
I
time?
went to visit my cousin, Mrs. Schuber.
Right.
I knew that I could get all my expenses paid because the firm that I had been working for around that time was a customer of J.L. Hudson Company in Detroit was a customer.
Right.
So I went in to get a contract signed there. In the meantime, I got a contract for myself.
Right.
And I met Maury, and in 12 or 13 days, we got married.
Now, tell us about your first date. Weren't you first set up with his brother Healy? Wasn't that the way it
Well,
was?
not exactly that. He was married about 7 or 8 years at that time. He took me out to the golf club, my cousin that I was visiting.
Right.
Maury was practicing dentistry. He couldn't take a day off. And I was putting around the putting green, and Ethel says, you to Dr. Goldstick, and he has a cute young brother that Julius, her brother, is very friendly with.
Uh-huh.
Would you like to meet him? Brought out to Luz. So I spoke to Healy, and later on I said, if he's as nice as Healy, I'd like to meet him.
Mhm.
And the next day, Ethel arranged a date, and Maury came over, and we went out, and he was much nicer than Healy.
Mhm.
He was so cute that when he went home that night, I said, you mean you're not going to kiss me goodnight?
That's right.
And he did. We saw each other day and night for the next 12 days.
And how did he propose to you?
I don't really remember. It just worked out somehow.
Mhm.
I really don't remember. And we went to Toledo. We were married on a Friday afternoon by the man who became governor of the state of Ohio, Governor Bricker.
Uh-huh.
And he married us. And across the street, as we came out of the place, I said to Maury, I'm not going to go to the hotel with you. I wouldn't live with you until I get a Jewish certificate of our marriage.
Uh-huh.
My father would never forgive me. I wonder if he'll forgive me for marrying you anyway. We found a rabbi, and we went in there. This was the rabbi who later on was, I forget, to one of the foreign countries, a very well-known rabbi anyway. And he said to Maury, you know, I can't marry you, it's Shavuos. And he said, yeah, I know it's Shavuos, and I know that it's Friday night. He said, the rabbi intervened, oh, you want to live with it, don't you? So Maury said, what do you think I brought you here for? And he married us. It was beautiful. And we went to the Hotel Huron in Ypsilanti,
Right.
and that was the beginning of our romance.
Oh boy.
Don't ask me any more questions. Now, how about you?
Well, no, I want to
Did
hear
you
a
go
little
to
bit more.
school?
Oh, we know about me. No, we want to just get a little bit more about you on tape. So what about telling us?
A little bit more. What else
Why
is there
not?
to tell? I found the man who I really fell in love with.
Right, and you've been married 56 years.
56 years, and we had three beautiful children. We had an unfortunate thing happen to us 6 years ago, exactly today.
No, not
Oh.
today. It's down 20.
Did she die on the 20th for the Jewish day? Because we went to last time we worked that time. Ellen died. She had cancer and I called her present. And David and Janet remained, please God. And they made up for our loss in many ways. That's all I can say.
Okay, and that's it for today.
Now, supposing I interview you.
What do you
Where
want to
were
talk
you
about?
born?
Oh, where was I born? All right, we'll do neither.
Are they turning that off?
Yeah, I wish they would. We
Oh.
should turn it off. We'll come back.
Okay.